A very good evening to you. I hope you're well. It's 6 o'clock here in the United Kingdom, which can only mean one thing. It is time to bring you a brand new one-day special. Now, I know some of you have been going on this journey with the two red robins, and you just want to keep adding to your collection. And that is what we're bringing you. We're bringing you more of this beautiful story of the two red robins. Now, what I'm going to urge you to do now, before we go any further, and no doubt I'll get told off for doing this as well, but you know what? Don't give a hoot. Shop ahead of me on the website. Shop ahead of me. We have got some cracking little deals. We've got a watering can, £9.99. Welly boots, £8.99. Flextravaganza, split the cost. You won't get it anywhere else. Also, I'm not meant to mention these till later either as well. Pens. I have pens on the show. Amazing pens, sort of brand new. We've not seen them before as to yet. Flextravaganza finishes tomorrow, so today you can get them for £9.99. They're 20 quid, there's loads, but I'll give you all that detail later. Anyway, I digress. One day special is what we're talking. I get told off a lot. We are very busy already. I know, once again, shopping cliche TV term, we're very busy, but we genuinely are. We're not allowed to say it if we're not, okay? Before you go out there and start trolling me and saying, oh, he always says it's very busy, because we genuinely are. You know me, I wear my heart on my sleeve. If I get told off, I really couldn't care less, because I'd rather tell you straight how it works. There's no point me telling you, going, we're busy and we've only sold one. We haven't. We are busy and you are loving this. You really, really are. It's the brand new launch of the two red robins, and I am not alone. No, you can tell I've got more confidence now, can't you, Steph, than the first time I worked with you. It is our lovely Stephanie's in the studio. How are you, my love?
Oh my gosh, I'm really good. And can I just say, don't get too used to seeing me this often, because this is not the way it's going to continue. So this is just an exception for this, literally this last week or so. You're not going to be seeing this as often as you are at the moment. So you cannot get this anywhere else. If you want this collection, then please now, do not wait. And Adam, wow, I love the way you sneaked in the watering can and the welly boots. When they've gone, we will be waiting till at least April or May before we get any more. And that price, I actually said to the team, I don't know what the team at Highlight have done to make that happen, but my goodness me, just shop.
It really is. Already of the one-day special, I've not even shown you around yet, to be honest. I'll give you a number. 10% of the stock has already gone here. You need to become, and it's very word I use the word need, you know this by now, become a Freedom member on this one. It is a why not deal, so the money you're saving will pay for Freedom already on the back of this. Now, what I'm going to tell you to do is ignore all this, ignore the lot, because why pay that when you can split the cost into three? Genuinely, 3 interest-free flexible payments of £32.97 today. If you're a Freedom member, that's a £33.99 saving. So, 343043 is your item number. 66 dies is what we've got on there. Now, me and Steph have counted, I say me, I did nothing, I just stood here. Steph counted these. It's actually 73 elements is what you're getting. Include the USB, and it's the first time I'm bringing you the USB as well. I've not bought you one of these before. It works out to be 74 elements. But take all of this out, take all those dies out, worth alone for the USB. The amount of stuff that is on that USB, which we will go through in a moment, don't worry about that, is phenomenal. Very, very busy. 10% of the stock already gone, and I am 4 minutes into my first live hour. Let's go through this in more detail, okay? We know the journey, we know the concept of the two red robins by now. So what am I getting in my next chapter, as it were?
Well, first of all, let me tell you, this is the biggest stock we've ever had that we're bringing you here tonight. So really, really excited. So we have got here the hen house. Oh my goodness me, how cute is this? And we've called it House of Hens. Now let me talk to you about the concept that I've got here. So you've got 3 different sizes of that hen house. Then these are what we call reflections. So this is actually an image die. So you print out this. Now this is attached to your account and it will be there within 24 hours, Adam,
yes, 24
is that right?
hours in the downloadable accounts. We'll go through all that in a minute for you, but yeah, it will be there within 24 hours.
And then, so you're going to print these out, but we've also put these on the USB. So as soon as you get it, you've got them on the USB as well. So first of all, we've put as many on the sheet as we can. You lay the die over the top of them, you run it through your die cutting machine. This is what you're going to get. But so if you cut them in white, you're going to get them with a cut detail. Look at these cuts. They're all designed and lined for you to be able to follow those when you're colouring. Don't forget the pens. Then these are our blanks. Now these become our card shapes. And oh my goodness me, did these make fantastic shapes. Imagine what you can be doing with this. I'm going to show you lots. We can cut into this. We can make this really, really exciting. That's the first one. The next one, oh, our eggs. I mean, why is it taking us so long to bring you an egg? But this isn't one egg. This is lots of eggs.
Look at this.
So you are going to colour these and line them and put the blackbirds in them, put the robins in them. They're going to become homes. This is going to be, this isn't just Easter, this is all year round. And look at the sizes that we've got. These are going to be storybooks. Imagine your storybooks, an egg, and you're putting your robins inside it. A phenomenal option for you. So that is our extravaganza. The next one, and there's 22 dies there, by the way. The next one that we've got for you is our chickens. Now, this is free-ranged. Oh my gosh, I love the way that these have been named. And do you know, the team name them. Occasionally I'll come up with one, but they beat me to it, and they're so much better at it than I am. Look at their fluffy feet. Look at this. How cute is that? You've got 6 different hens, but you've also got the silhouettes as well. You could be making your own stencils with these. The next one that we've got for you is, who ever thought you needed a tyre? Well, I can tell you do, because I've actually had got an old tyre that's in my crafts, not in my crafts stash, it's in the vegetable plot. And we filled it with soil, and we've got plants growing out of it, and it was left down there. It'd been there forever. This one, I'm just going to check the name, is called Tired Out, and that has got all the designs on it. And again, look at these fabulous designs. Right, next one. This is our herbs. Sowing the seed. The artwork, fantastic. Throughout the year, we'll bring you new artwork for different ideas, but these are all about our lovely flowers and our fabulous vegetables, and all of those different sizes. 6 sizes that we've got for you there. Then the next one we've got, now this is all about just a pile of hay, and it's scattered straw, and it literally is just a pile of hay. And when you see what Adam's got that he can create with this, it's phenomenal. The next thing that I want to just share is pegged. Now these are, you're going to use this for so many different things. Just that little piece that actually tells you the story, and we're going to be putting all the names and everything else on there. And then finally we've got our raised row, and that is our set of onions. So that's the first collection of dies. I'm just going to take you quickly into the USB, and while I do, I want to just share this with you, because this, I haven't even glued this together yet, but this is another product that is on the show. And you can see that this is quite a heavy little tin. It's got our USB in it, but this is our card stand. You're going to see that later on in the hour. I just wanted to mention it, because don't check out until you've got that in your basket. Right, this one. Look at this. Oh my goodness me.
I like this bit.
This is the thumbnail collection. This is where I love this. Choosing which of the designs you want to see, but the detail. And you can see that you actually have got all of these different scenes, portrait and landscape. And if I just pull this down a little bit so you can see all of them, and then I'm just going to move it up slowly. So as you're seeing this, you can see the detail. Look at putting the hen house here. How amazing is that going to be? Putting it out amongst the fields. So many people now have hens so that they can have those free-range chickens. And chickens and eggs, and I love the fact that we've got this rainbow sky and colour. It just brings it to life. Now that's only 30 of the backgrounds, and I'm apologising for talking so quickly, but I've got so much I want to share. And then these are our coloured backgrounds. There's 30 of these. Imagine the eggs cut out of these speckled designs. So speckled and speckled and speckled and speckled and speckled. Those eggs are going to look like the different birds' eggs. And we purposely have given you some of them in browns, some of them in blues, just like eggs are. Then more of those backgrounds. So now there's another 30 here. And look again, we're bringing in the hen house. So you could just be, maybe you've got flowers, you just want to accent round the edges of the designs, or have the hens just roaming free. But again, all of that detail that you can see there. Now, if that wasn't enough, let's have a look at designs 31 to 60, because there's even more. And again, portrait and landscape as we come through here. And then we get to sort of a rice paper style. So there's lots of layers and lots of detail in the background. And then we're now in amongst the feeders and all the chickens and the hens and the cockerel. Don't miss getting him actually in your basket too. And then there's more. So now we're coming through the fields and we're getting all the detail, and the plants are growing, and then the tractor's coming in, and then we've got also the tyres, and that brings us up to 90. And finally we get to 100 of those backgrounds. But let's take a look at some of them in detail. I love the way that this looks like a watercolour wash, and you've got that watercolour texture, and you can imagine now just putting the hen house there what that's going to look like. And that rainbow, it looks like you've just splashed the colour in. This is like making your own backgrounds. And then we come into here and we've got, this is the closest we get to people just having them just in the distance, right in the distance. And then this, one of my favourites in the whole set on the USB is all of this story that we've got here. But then you can cut into the panels at the top. Then we come on to more design, more detail, more choice, more variety. You are never, ever going to be short of having something that you love to craft with. No two cards need ever be the same. No two projects ever need to be the same. If you sell your cards, imagine the library that you are going to have, the new range that you're going to have to share with all of your customers. Isn't that just stunning? Imagine that with just the hen house in the background. It doesn't need any more, but of course that's just the start of the story. Then we come on to some of the rice paper look and feel, and we keep going, and I'm choosing just a few of the designs that you've got from that 100 backgrounds and all of the other finishes.
Oh my word.
I love it.
So in theory, well, it's not theory, it's fact, Adam, get your facts right. What you've got here on just the USB alone, will take you through the majority of your crafting day with backgrounds that are real. Now, these aren't superimposed backgrounds with, like, you know, you normally get that block of flats, or you get that skyline of London, or these are watercolour, so it's going to look like you've done it. It's going to look like you've achieved it. Print it off on watercolour cardstock. It's going to really start giving you that feel. Start tearing the edge, so you're going to get that little frayed look that's on there. And some of them, it's built the scene for you. So you've got the hen house. So if you're thinking, oh, I don't really know where to put this, I don't really know where, put it over the top. Build it up on your foam pads and put it over the top, and then you go to the next one, which was landscape, and it didn't have it in there. Well, then you start placing that down, and you start doing 2 or 3 of these. Because you get the different sizes, you're going to get the depth of field that's in there. And you know what I like? I love the theatre, and that was my background for years on the cruise ships that you've got on these. But it does look like a backdrop of a theatre set, and if you bring any thinking forward there, they are going to be your actors and actresses. They are going to be the ones that sing and dance, but that background, without it, it really would miss something. Almost 20% of the stock of your brand new one-day special now has already gone. I have so many samples to show you, but I desperately want to get to these little cheeky prices offers that we've got on here. £32.97 on 3 interest-free flexible payments is what you are looking on this if you're a Freedom member. If you're a Freedom member, it pays for itself. It really does. 343043 is your item number for that brand new one-day special, the next chapter in our 2 Red Robins story. And it's a chapter that genuinely you don't want to miss out on. You really don't. Because it's going to build in, and no doubt, if you've already got all the other ones and you're thinking, I understand this, Adam, but money's tight, friends, a few things like that, we've put it onto 3 flexible payments for you. Now, these ones are not on flexible payments, but remember, we're in Flextravaganza. So Flextravaganza basically means you can split the cost of this today, would be a £5. But think savvy. Go for your one-day special. £3.33. £3.33 today is what you are getting on this. Now, I'll show you the die, but I think it stands out of when we see it with Steph, what it actually cuts like. You all know what a die looks like, and you all know it's a watering can, but because it's in bits and bobs, I don't think it really sells itself. But for £9.99, when you see this board, put it in your basket. You are getting an awful lot, aren't you, Steph, with all this?
Oh gosh, I love this one and I can't believe the price. I'm just going to say to you, I don't even know whether we will ever bring it back at this price because it's phenomenal. Look at what you're getting. Now these are all the different sizes and these are all the spouts, handles and spouts. And what does this say? This says to you, this isn't just a watering can. No. You could be taking the lid off and this is just a barrel. This is actually, oh my gosh. Turn it upside down. I'll show you how to do this. Turn it upside down and you've got a pot. But look at the watering can. It actually looks like it's rusty. It really does look like it's rusty. So you have got the watering cans and then you get the spouts and the handles. Now one spout and handle fits 2 sizes. Don't worry if you're counting. Like when I first got the die and I thought, oh, we've missed some of the sizes. Absolutely, the artwork works. So you can actually attach the spout yourself. It gives it more dimension. And of course, you also put the handle on. Great way of you being able to do this. Can't wait to show you this. Imagine this in the hen house as a water feeder. I mean, gosh, what a great way of designing things. Okay, so that's the first one. Second one we've got for you, I told you that I did show you that sneaky little stand, didn't I? Well, look how many sizes that you're actually going to get with this. So you have got 9 sizes, 3, 6, 9. That means it's going to work for all of your different card shapes. Little placemats. These are the smaller ones. Then when you get to the larger sizes, if you're worried about whether your card's going to continue to stand up, imagine sending it with its own plate stand. That just takes it into another level. And all you need to do is cut this out of white card, send your cards, pack them with a plate stand and charge an extra £1. That's what I'm saying. That's an absolute must-have. Now, we are looking at Captain. He's our cockerel. How gorgeous is that? Now, here he is on that background. We showed him to you. He's so proud. He's so elegant, but also what character they've got, strength of character. He's gorgeous, Adam.
He really, 50% though, Steph, this has already gone. 50% has already, £9.99, £4.99. Get Captain now, because we don't know when he will be back.
There's no more.
There isn't. There you go. Yeah, no. There is no more. Once Captain's gone, he has got this next one. I feel £8.99. Oh, it's approaching limited stock.
Our wellies. Oh my gosh, you need the wellies. Look at them. Look at the colourway that you've got here. It's just fabulous. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pairs of wellies, and you've also got a couple of them facing in either direction. I just think this is an absolute must-have. I just wanted to have my wellies and put, look at this, just put a couple of the chickens around the feet of the wellies.
Oh, that really works.
That's just great. It's just great. Oh, let's have one with fluffy feet. Look at him. They're just, or these could be babies, and look at them there. They're just the most, this is a fabulous die and it's one that you're going to use again and again and again.
If you put that in with your one-day special, split it 3 ways, £2.99 for your wellies today, but it's limited stock. Your wellies is now, your boots are limited stock, so you do need to get a wriggle on. If you want them, I would definitely start if they're about to go. They are genuinely about to go. £8.99, 974 279 is your item number that we're looking at for these ones as well. £8.99. It's one of these. Oh, it's gone. Sold out. The wellies has now gone. Our first sellout is what we're looking at on there. Right then, I want to tell you one more thing, and I'm so conscious of the time. I really, really am. But I think, once again, if I don't tell you now, I think they'll be gone by later, or they'll definitely be gone by tomorrow. £19.99. You get 24 pens is what you're getting. Now with their beautiful, their flexi fine liners is what you're getting on this. So you can get that precision tip or you can get that nice stroke. So if you're into your calligraphy and think like, oh, imagine that nice little stroke. But look at the colourways that you are getting here for £9.99 today. For £9.99 today, you are getting all of these colours. Now, I am going to show you the nib in a centre as well. They come beautifully packaged, so they're all there. All the colours are there for you. Some next and back. Now, I'm going to quickly open this. I know, I'm eating into time, but I need to show people. So you've got the beauty. Look at the point on that. That just feels like a good writer. Feels like a good writer. £19.99, £9.99 today. So let's ask the lady herself, shall we? Let's ask her. Steph, why do I need these in my life?
Oh, well, first of all, they're a nylon fibre nib, and what that means is you've got a fantastic capillary action that draws the ink through, so it gives you a really smooth thing. You've got a little bit of flex in the nib itself. You'll get a very, very fine line. Now, I'm talking about fine, pin dot fine, but you can also press and use a little bit more pressure. The nibble support it and get a slightly wider line, and that does vary, and you can get it to length. There's also a video on how to use these, and don't forget to check that out because that will give you lots of inspiration. But oh my goodness, great price, absolutely perfect, especially for adding detail in your designs.
Oh, £9.99 today. You can't. It's a given. It's a given, isn't it? It's absolutely a given. Right, Captain Cockerell has now got limited stock. He's going to be our next sellout. Captain Cockerell has now got, I think I've just renamed it. Captain the dice said, 2 dice in total. My little cockerel is about to go. He's about to go. It's worth having a little look. If I was you, it is about to sell out. 191540 is your item number. I'm on best behaviour. Right then, let's get over to our Steph for our first demonstration on the one-day special.
Well, I'm just going to show you Captain in all his glory, because if he isn't going to last, then we need to see him just once. Look at his plumes, look around all of his crown and his detail, his feathers and the way that they all lend themselves. And if I turn him over, you can see how this, by following the lines, is going to decoupage absolutely beautifully. And that is what this is all about. He sits proud and he's there. And I'm just going to show you one little quick scene with him. Let's take our tyre that's just, you know, so what does the farmer do with the old tyres? Well, they're so useful when you have got things that you need to be able to put together. Look at how you could be nesting in there, and he could literally be stood as the king of the castle on the side with a couple of his little chicks all looking round. By chicks, I mean the girls, not the babies. And there he is, proud, actually, over the top of the design. He, I guess, will probably not last. But in the background is his house. And there he is. He really is ruling the roost.
You've got that depth of field as well, because you get the different size of the coops that you've got in there. He's about to go. Genuinely about to go. £9.99, £4.99 if you use Flextravaganza. Split it 3 ways. It gets even better if you put it in with your one-day special as well. But he's about to go. 191540 is your technical sellout. Another one gone. Okay. Another one gone. If any bounce back, I will let you know. There's another sellout. So that's 2 now. Get this top row. This top row is worth having a little look. I think the watering can's about to go as well. They're very, very busy. Right, let's get to demonstration. What are we up to, Steph?
Right, what I'm going to do is I've got the watering can, and I'm just going to show you how to assemble it and what we can do with this, because this actually is, again, going to work out to be a great little piece that you're going to use again and again. So, first of all, I've got my, my base, and then I've cut the actual spout. Now, the way that we assemble this is the back panel, the back little piece goes behind, and then you can push this to anywhere actually, and you can see how you can angle it and make it fit any parts of the watering can. So if I take it to just there, and then all I need then is one of my handles. So I'm going to just get a couple of those out, and what I'm going to do with this is you can then put it again tucked behind at one side so that it works like that, or I could have it so that it comes round the back and it sits down like that. So again, you've got choice with this, and that's what this is all about, is having our choice. Now the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm just going to snip into it. So just going to reach my scissors and give you a couple more options. So let's make this into a plant pot. And to do that, all I need to do is literally curve that in slightly, so it's not a straight line there now. You can see if I put it against my scissors, you'll see the gap in the middle. But look, I've just now made myself a planter. So let's just make a couple more of those because we'll need a few of them. So we're going to curve in again, just like I'm doing, and there is my other planter. And one more, just for good luck, because we can. I'm going to take that one, but this time, so these galvanised planters, you could have all three of them together. So we've now created a little set of plant pots, but I'm going to lie this one down, put this one just here, and then let's take the tyre and just lay that on top. So you can see how we're building up. This is like a little activity centre for the hens that can then all play and move around and have there's my hen house. So I'm just going to put that right back in the distance so that you can see there. We've got those right to the front. But that's the fun of having something like this. It's so user-friendly and it's so snippable. So that's our watering can. Let's go on and start looking at how we can build some of these scenes. So first of all, a scene like this. Now, what I didn't show you when I was showing you all the backgrounds was that if I would urge you to print some of them onto vellums, because look at the effect that you get when you print onto vellum. That translucence, it's just stunning. Isn't that beautiful?
Some of them day scenes with a few lights behind as well onto vellum is really going to bring them to life even more and really gives you the three-dimensional. Look at this on vellum. Is that on vellum?
It is, yep, it's on vellum. Here's another one. Look at this, vellum, look at that. Again, just looking fabulous. Here's another one. No, you've got then that effect that you're getting, just giving you that real look and feel, and loving the fact that you've also got them so that they look like rice papers. Now I'm just going to give you this one and you can see all the texture and the detail, and then when I show you that as close up, look at how much there's in there, the patterns that are in that. Imagine covering those eggs with this pattern. It's going to look stunning. That's the start of the story. Okay, so I'm going to take one of these backgrounds and I'm going to use it to create a story. So I'm going to start off with this one. And I've chosen a vellum because I love the translucence that we've got. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my hen house in the background. And I'm going to put it in like that. So we've just got the shadow of that hen house right in the distance. And then we've got the other one. That one's a little bit too big. So, oh, well, never mind. We can just get a smaller one. Let me just get the next size. Oh, that's much better. So there we go. There's our real other hen house that we've got. And then we need we'll get some of the chickens. Let's bring them up down to the front. And they're pecking away. And they're going to peck away in this little pile of straw, because in the straw, there's lots of little bugs and they like bugs for dinner. And then along comes one of the other little chickens. And he's like thinking, oh my goodness me. Oh, and now there's a posh one. Look at him. He's absolutely coming to say hello and see what he can get out of here. Now, while all this is going on, and there's a lot happening in the hen house at the moment, there's also, they've been growing some vegetables and they've started to grow just the onions, and I've lost them.
Just so you know, a quarter of your stock of your one-day special, a quarter of the one-day special bundle has already gone. And Steph told us at the top of the show, we had more stock this time than any other one-day special we brought to you in the past. We've had more, and a quarter of that stock now has already gone. It's worth having a look. It's on 3 flexible payments as well.
I actually think that would be my scene. That would be what I would be doing. I don't think I almost don't need to add any more.
No,
I've got the hen house in the background. You've got these lovely cockerels and hens in the background, all just telling us a story. And then this is where all the action's happening. A little bit of greenery at the front, just bringing that together. And in fact, you know what I'd do? Right on the very corner, I'd have myself an onion, just because I can. So that's just one idea of one of the scenes that we could do. But I'll put some of this away and tidy up, shall I?
You tidy up while you do that.
I'll see you in about 3 hours.
But that's the thing. This is what you can do. And you're thinking, it's just a big mess. It's not a big mess. You've got loads of elements in there. And that's just the dies. There's so many things that you can do with this of different shapes and different sizes. And the perks of this is once you've got the dies, you can cut out from all those sheets that you've got. You're going to get your reflection sheets. Now, your reflections will appear in your account on the website. So when you log in and you sign in, name, email address, all that rubbish that you put in there, it will be in your account under downloads, something like that. You'll see them there. If you bought with Mel, if you bought there, it's under the same bit. So it'll all be there within 24 hours. Now, don't worry about that. We will do all that for you. So you haven't got to worry because there's no good getting them now because you ain't got no dies. Okay, so don't worry about them, don't panic yet, but 24 hours, once all this is over, they will be put into the earth. They'll be in there before you get your designs, so you can start printing them off straight away. All those different shapes, all those different sizes. And then we start looking at what you can achieve. Now already I can see, with that tire die, and I know I'm jumping around my director to go mad, with that tie die, if you just cut that out on its own, colour it in yellow and put some of the hay in, you've got nests there already. It doesn't have to be a tyre. Easter is only round the corner, so now I'm thinking I'm going to start using the dies or even some of the hay. Use the hay, start building these up. Little hay bales that I remember in the last one. So the big round hay bales, these are going to work perfectly that you've got there. Then choose the tag dies and you really can. You could tag your plants with them. I'm thinking Nan Grandad likes the little garden that they've got there. I could start making little sceneries. I could start making little seed packets with these ones. For the shapes of the dies that you get, you can make seed packets out of this. And this is only half the story that I'm showing you at the moment, because then you're going to get the hen house. Then what you're going to get is also going to get the dies in there as well. And they are super dies. They really are. It's the detail that you're getting from the different sizes that are in there. So you can go from this and to make your card blanks, to make your aperture cards that's in there as well, because it's not your standard shape. It's not going to be your square. It's not your rectangle. It's not your hexagon. You've got that beautiful egg shape, so you can cut that in half should you so wish. But then I think my favourite is the USB. The USB. Now, this is just the geek inside me now, but I was reading the packaging a minute ago. If you know your stuff about USBs, it's a 4 gig USB, which means that's a lot of gigabytes. That's, without going into technical terms, there's 1,000 megabytes to make gigabytes and all that rubbish. So it means there's a lot on there. A 4 gig USB stick that will work with your MacBook. It will work with your PC. You've got backgrounds. You've got imagery on there. You've got sentiments on there as well. So you've also got sentiments, so you can go and just print them straight off, put it on, there's your card done. But then you can start printing them out. So you start printing them out on your beautiful vellum that I've got on the show as well, the 140 GSM vellum. I've got that on the show. Pop that into your basket. It'll split the cost of that onto 3. 30% of our one-day special stock has already gone. 30% of a vast amount. And you know me, I says it is. I wear my heart on my sleeve and I tell you as it is, because there's no point jazzing it all up. 30% of the stock has gone, and this is the most stock we've ever had on a one-day special for 2 Red Robins. And 30% has already gone, which tells me you love the story, which also tells me as well you're just growing your story. You are now starting that next chapter of your 2 Red Robins. So we've been to the farm, we're now out in the field with the chickens. And even down to the chicken dies, and I was meant to say this earlier and I totally forgot, even down to those chicken dies, it would have been very easy for Steph to give us the standard chicken. You know the one I mean. That standard, these are proper chickens. They are 6 different breeds of chickens. I've only just learned about chickens because now I've found someone that owns a farm that's there. I just thought a chicken was a chicken, to be honest. I didn't realise they had feathers, to be honest. I only ever seen them in a supermarket. But there is a lot of breeds of chicken out there. But it would have been quite easy for Steph to give us 2, one facing left, one facing right, of a standard chicken. Yeah, your standard Easter chicken. They're not. These are your proper chickens with the big fluffy feet that you stand for ages looking at in the zoos. Around when you go around the farms, these are your farm chickens that are going to lay all your little eggs, that are going to tell that story again and again and again and again because you can print them off as many times as you want and just keep die cutting them out. 343043 is your item number. 3 interest flexible payments if you're a Freedom member or not. £32. £32.97 today is what you're looking at if you are a Freedom member, with a £33.99 saving. Right then, that's enough from me because I'm sick of the sound of my own voice. Let's go over to Steph for more demonstrations.
Okay guys, so a couple of things. First of all, not available anywhere else, exclusive here at the craft store. And do remember, this has been, for me, it's been like having the best holiday ever, because I've been here quite a bit the last week, but that isn't going to continue because we're going to be stretching out our shows. So make the most of it while you see it. Right, I want to show you something. So this is one of the backgrounds that I've got here, and there's my chicken at the end. Now what I've done is I have just gone in and I've literally just chased round the tail with my scissors, and I've come down to here. And I did that just by looking at the detail of the actual die. And I put the die over, worked out where I wanted it to go, and then I'm happy that this is going to be exactly like I need it. So I'm just going to tuck that underneath there, pop that over the top, place this on my cutting plate like that, and that then get my top plate on, and that is going to go through our couture Go Power and Boss. Right, now while that's going through, I'm just going to take 2 of my stands and I'm going to glue these together. So use whatever's your favourite glue. I just happen to be using one of the Create and Craft tape pens that are going to be, no I'm not, because that one's run out, and I've just wrecked
Douglas, dear.
Wrecked the studio.
It's all right. No, we've got. Well, Doug's always on hand. He loves getting his arm on telly.
How good is that? Oh my gosh. Right, don't know where I'm going to get that from, but we'll worry about that later.
What have you lost?
No, it's all right. That one's run out. So we'll use our glue gel to do it. So we'll put some of this on here. I've got more tape pens, they're just not in this bag, but we can get them. So I'm just going to squidge this there, like that, so that we've got that glue is where we need it. I'm just going to hold this, I just want to hold this together. Thank you so much to our, do you know what, the team here at the craft store are so nice. I came in today and I said to them, I'm not very good at doing pack shots, and they went, that's okay, because that's our job. And I was like, oh,
Mal told us that yesterday.
What, that I'm not good at pack shots?
But you're not very good at...
No, I'm not.
You're not very good at... But you can see pictures in your mind.
I can.
That's what she told me.
Yeah,
but she can't see anything.
No, she can't see pictures.
But she can see a pack shot.
Yeah, I know.
She let all your secrets out yesterday.
Oh my gosh, right. Thanks, Mel. Right, so I just need to show you this, because this is where it gets clever, okay? So, not me, the machine. So what I did was, remember, we cut round that edge and we lifted it over the cutting edge of the die. Yeah. And then I put a piece of card underneath, but the piece of card cut out the complete circle, egg. So when I put this over the top of my egg, the tail will still be loose, but the actual rest of it is sitting on that egg shape. So really a good way of you being able to do 2 cuts in one and getting the result that you need. So now, because this is one of our beautiful backing papers from that USB, and remember you could buy just 1 or 2 of the dies, but if you're going to do that, make sure you get the USB as well. Don't want you to end up with getting it home and then wishing that you'd got all these backgrounds, and a lot of people do that. So I'm just snipping in here, which will take me just a moment. And I'm going to feather. So put the scissors onto your fingers and rest them. And then literally I'm going to snip in like that. Then I'm going to come back and I'm going to snip like that. And what will happen is you'll get this lovely little feathered finish. There, look at it. You can see it's really sort of quite delicate and detailed. So I'd keep going with that, but in the meantime, let's put this on my egg. Now,
tape pen, there's one there. It works as well.
No, that's really good. Thank you. I will come to that in a second. So look at, by doing that feathering, what a difference it's made to the detail at the top. Now by putting that egg on the back, it's made it really sturdy. Now I can take my stand and I can then put my card on my stand without having to have a back on it. And I'm going to just do a bit more work on that and add some detail to it. And I'll just use my tape pen and do this bit of gluing that needs repairing. So, do you want to do your bit,
I can do some more numbers. We're very, very busy. I know, cliche, but we are very busy. We're looking at. I'm there. Doug, bless him. I tried the tape pen on the counter and now we can't get it off. So Doug's trying to clear that at the moment. So the stand that we're talking about at the moment that you're getting, I know we've just got it, I've already ruined them. I don't give a hoot. £29, Stephanie did a tape pen. £29 and 99 pence, 177254 is your item number. Worth getting. What they genuinely are. Not even to stand your cards. Imagine when you go to the shows and all your cards, or even just your prices, are now presented on little bits of MDF, but with their own little stand that you can stand next to maybe a cake, or you can stand next to that card that you want to say. Maybe you've got a wedding or a birthday coming up. Maybe it's the Christmas table. Don't want to wish your life away. But maybe it's the Christmas table and you want to make little name tags. Well, you make your own little tag. You could even little Easter table. That's the big one. So Easter, you cut yourself a little egg and you can rest it in with someone's name on that you've got there with a little bit. So you've got a little Easter table, but you've got your little stands. They're worth their weight in gold for any project, whether it's 2 Red Robins or anything else that you've already got. It's basically like a phone holder for cards, is what I like to see it as. Because imagine if you've got a pattern. You make these rigid enough on the large ones, you could stand your patterns in them. It's what we stand all our dies on. Let's be fair, that's what you're creating. You are creating the stand that we basically build all our pack shots on. That if you're selling your cards, you could easily throw one of these in as well. Throw one in and it's going to work with the card. So imagine that little offcut that we've done. So we've got that with the chicken, but you use this now and you just use maybe the left-hand side of that paper. It's going to blend in perfectly. It's worth having a little look at your dies, £29 and 99 pence, but use Flextravaganza today. Flextravaganza will make that £15 today. £15 on flexible payments. 177254 is your item number. Let's go back to Steph.
Okay, so I've feathered the little bits of his tail so you can see, so he looks like he's meant to be fluffy. Now I'm going to just put some, I just want to get some of this grass at the bottom and this straw and just get a little bit of this all there. So he looks like he's nesting, and but he doesn't look like it's too flat. So I'm going to take some foam on a roll, so dig into your stash and get some of this. So I'm going to just
That was just Doug cleaning the tape pen off, that's all, before we all get into trouble.
There, he's so good, isn't he?
He is, bless
just
him.
I'm old enough to be most people here's mum, and I'd love them to be my children because they're all so nice. They're just so polite and friendly and well brought up.
They are well brought up.
They're properly brought up.
They weren't dragged up.
So I'm just going to put a little bit of the detail in here. So you can see how I've now got all of that hay at the bottom. And then I've got some of my onions, and I've already got them. So I've got some greenery, and I'm just going to tuck this so it's growing in amongst the hay elements. Leave those little pieces that are over the edge. I'm going to put a little chicken in here because she's just looking behind. Remember, he's sitting on the tyres at the back. And then I'm going to go to Fluffy Feet.
Oh, I like Fluffy Feet.
And Fluffy Feet is one of my favourite chickens. So she's going to go there because they can all stand on all of these little piles of straw. And Fluffy Feet, and oh, this one's cute. Look at how proud he looks. I think he should go there. And we'll pop him on 2 pieces of foam, one on top of the other. And let's put both of these on, and then the direct dimension that we're going to get there. And now let's put it on our stand. And that is what it's all about. I love having the detail of the stands to be able to display things.
And once again, that now takes that to the next level. And I don't, whether you say, oh, I'm not a card maker. You don't have to be, because now you can make one-dimensional cards that you want to do. Using the eggs, you can also make cards that look like this. But once again, it works using some of the elements from other collections as well. But you can now stand these up using the hen houses and the brick walls from previous collections, but also turn them into the back. I love this little concept that you've got in here. How beautiful is that? It's absolutely stunning. From there, we then move on. Using your onions and your seeds. I know me onions, £109.91, but you can use them with acetate that you've got. It just gives you that more dimension than you actually know what to do with. You get so much dimension with these. Using the papers in the background, it looks like a Matthew Palmer watercolour, it really does. From there, using the hen house with some of the sentiments that's on the USB, with the grasses down the front. The list goes on and on and on. But I genuinely think this time the background papers enhance your work. If you have lost your crafty mojo, it's worth having this USB that you've got. It does give you your inspiration. It gives you that starting point. And if you're thinking, I don't know how to use the papers, well, just go small. Just use your hen house. You can make simple cards just using those little hen houses and the little straw. I love in this one. I love this using little robins from previous collections and the little, the tyre. Look, growing things inside the tyre, but it makes your work come to life. It's what we call a mantelpiece pleaser. This is something that you will keep up. When you've taken all the other ones down, then there's nothing wrong with them, the ones that are covered in the glitter. The ones that got that solo cricket player just playing on his own. That racing car with the blurry background. The old football that's been hand-stitched and we've not used them since 1973. Those ones you will take down. But when I show you cards like this, these will be the ones that will stay up. These will be the ones that you will frame. These will be the ones that will go in to the memory box that you will keep, and then you'll pass down, and then you'll find them. It's scrapbooking. There is scrapbooking. There is so much you can do with this. Well, I've only got 10 minutes left of this show, so let's go back to Steph to find out what we're up to this time.
Okay, so this time what I've done is I've used my egg to make a viewfinder.
Oh, yes.
So I've made my own viewfinder because my card, so now this is how I'm going to work. I'm going to work out where I'm going to get my, where I'm going to create my scene from. So let's take this one. Look at how I can use this egg.
Oh, that works.
Doesn't it look, isn't it clever?
Yeah.
Using that egg aperture to be able to, look at this. It's so clever to be able to do this. So now let's build our scene. So we've got our little, look at that.
Let's
see those little hens down there. We need to see those, don't we? But then we might want to just have loads of chickens, just lots of them. So we're going to move, we'll move that up a little bit and out. And we're just gonna, because they all deserve to be shown off because they're all so gorgeous. And look at Fluffy Feet. I mean, he is, I wish I knew what kinds of chickens they were, because I was going to learn them, but I couldn't pronounce some of their names. But look at these, all of the different kinds of Fluffy Feet chickens and the different ones that we've got in here that are actually giving us, and there's one, here she is. She's just sitting in the background, but there, all of the little chickens together telling that story. And then I can move this round and take it so that it comes into a completely different area of the project. I'm going to move those out. I'm going to take one of these. So let's take the tyre And we need a little bit of a nest because she doesn't want to sit in there and get a cold bottom. She needs to be comfy. And actually, he's too small. Well, that's not a problem because let's go bigger. How big do we want to go? In fact, I'm going to go quite big. I'm going to put that one there. And then let's put the little nest in it and let her sit in there. This is from one of those big old tractors. You know, those great big farm implements that you see that are around that have got, and she's in there and she's sitting in her little nest, warming her babies. They've come to say, hi, how you doing? Just having a nice, just going for a walk, just going to say hi. Let's just look at another one. Let's go into this one. This is another must-have. Here we go, completely plain background. How gorgeous is that? That just is stunning. Now, I think we could do something interesting here because why don't we use, where have they gone? This is what happens when you get so many of everything. I'm going to put some of my little pins in, and these are going to tell me what we're growing. So what are we going to grow? So, well, definitely onions because we've got loads of them. So let's get some of those out as well.
Have we got the storage on the show today?
I hope so. We're trying to bring it on every show. So I think we have.
I'll flash out the detail for the storage that we've got there. Medium and large. Let me bring you the medium first. What do you use, Steph?
All of them.
All of them. There you go. Look, you need them all.
Sorry.
Wallets, nice. So they're medium dice storage wallets. You get 24 wallets in total for $19.98. And then we'll bring you the details for the large.
There you go.
We're still watching what you're doing, Steph.
You can see, look at this, how good is this? Just having the little labels tucked behind telling you what's in growing. And let's go a little bit further out this way. And just love the fact, now, I need one of them going up the hen house. So he's thinking about going up. We've got, we could have, actually, tomorrow I'll do one where I'll show you the tyre actually hanging in the aperture with them nesting in it. So I'll bring my invisible thread and show you how to do that one. But let's see what else we can do with the ones I've got.
Does that mean
left.
though, from the background of the tree in there, I could have a swinging tyre so it looks like the kids have been there before with the chickens underneath?
Yeah, let's do that on this one now.
It just opens up possibilities.
It just gives us so much choice with things that we're doing. So I need a piece of, because it's on vellum, let's put a piece of colour there. Let's take a tyre, that one. Maybe that one's a little bit big. Let's see if I've got a smaller one. Or we'll just find a bigger tree. That's the fun of doing stuff like this. Look at how many backgrounds we've got, everybody. There are so many to choose from. I don't think I even showed you these. These are just more backgrounds. Look at this. Look at that. How gorgeous is that one? Just all the greenery. So look at all the different backgrounds. More different sizes, different finishes. You've got different looks. You've got all the different elements. We've got that one with the different parts of the trees. Then this is a good one to do hanging for the tyre. So let's have that one. So we'll have the tyre hanging there. So we've got it, it's actually a reflection, but we're going to use our egg. Well, this would hang from there.
Yeah.
Then our chickens would all just be at the bottom. They'd just be having a little chat, talking to each other. And then this one, she would be sitting on a little bit of greenery. And actually, do you know what? They might even be eating some of the onion greens. Do you ever grow, or you don't grow vegetables at the moment, do you, Adam?
No, not at the moment.
There's nothing more frustrating than, you know, I grew some lovely cabbages in the winter and the pigeons came and ate them all.
Oh.
But look, she's there sitting down and that tyre's just going to be hanging from the tree. And it's so easy to build a scene and create dimension with this. Now, I'm just going to show you another quick one because I've got all of my herb packets and everything else here. So these are just fun. These are just great, great fun. So we've got them in lots of different sizes. I'm going to move that out of the way so that I've got just a piece of plain white card underneath. And I've got my little pins. So this can be, so we can be building our scene. So let's choose a little bit of greenery. So we'll go here, just like there. And we've got, let's put the radishes. So we'll have the radishes and the tomatoes growing. So we'll just pop that there. Then we'll put, let's have, oh, I wish we'd got more captains, but they've gone.
Yeah, the captain's gone.
He sold really quickly. He's just there. So we'll tuck that one in. And then let's have another one with our, let's not do that one, we'll do this way. We'll have another, there we go, peas. We'll have some peas. We'll have all of you there. Then we'll have our little chicken. So he's actually, because we're just telling stories. We're just building our story, putting our little chicks around. Let's have another couple. Oh, there they are. Couldn't see them. So we're going to stick some little bits of seed pods in the back so that we can put signs on them. And then we can have our little seeds at the top and our little things. And you really can just, it's up to you. You don't have to follow any kind of story, or you can literally, as you're building it, it's whatever you want it to be. But with our, in fact, I'm going to take that out so we can see more of the green. That looks better. There we go. How much fun is that?
I love this.
I will see how far we can get building an egg book for 8 o'clock.
A little egg book.
An egg book.
Tune in. 8 o'clock with our Catherine and the very first egg book that we're going to get. Now, whether this is your first collection or whether you're growing with the story, there is something in here. Don't think you're coming late to the party, because you're really, really not. They all work independently. Steph has only used what is in your one-day special. She has not used anything that has come before. So everything has been used that's in this special, one-day special, £98 and £92. But why pay that when you can split the cost onto 3 interest-free flexible payments? £32.97. There's a lot of beauty things sitting in your basket. Remember, it is not yours until you check your baskets out. It will only sit in your baskets for 10 minutes, and then I'll personally take it out and pop it back on the shelf for the person behind you. Okay? So it's worth start checking out your baskets. I'm very, very busy. I just take it out of everyone's basket. But start checking out your baskets. It's a 10-minute timer. From the minute you put it in, you've got 10 minutes before it will go back on the shelf. And I desperately don't want you to miss out on this. Thank you, Steph. It's been an absolute pleasure.
Oh, no, thank you, everybody. I'm already baking my egg book.
I love it. I'm going to tune in 8 o'clock on the drive home. I'll be watching the egg book. Don't you go anywhere. I'm coming up next. I'll tell you the next 3 hours. Well, in about 2 seconds, 1 second, about now.